Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Westside MMA here, and we got another look at some gameplay for UFC 2. Let's go. They're starting to throw us some content finally, so we're getting more and more as we come closer to the release date, which is March 15th, which I was really surprised about. So that's all good. They showed quite a few things. The first thing they showed, the very first thing that you see, is CM Punk, which we knew he was going to be in the game. Even though he hasn't fought yet, we don't know when he's going to fight. Hopefully sometime this year, maybe. I think he said late 2016, possibly. So that's good. So the first thing they showed was him. So that kind of confirms that he's not the mystery fighter, which some people thought maybe he'd be the mystery fighter. I didn't think so. I think the mystery fighter... Tell me in the comments who you think the mystery fighter is going to be, but God, I literally cannot think. One was Fedor. If it was Fedor, I'd crap myself. But who is the mystery fighter? I think it's going to be a fictional character. I think Chuck Norris is a possibility. But I would say probably Chuck Norris or Fedor. I don't think it's going to be a real fighter. I think it's going to be someone like Chuck Norris, a fictional character of some sort. Which, not saying he's fictional, but something like that. The next thing is I saw a few fighters, that confirmed fighters, like Mirko Krokop, Thiago Alves, which I'm surprised because he wasn't in the first game. He hasn't. The last game he was in was UFC 3. And Paddy Houlihan was just another guy I saw who, I expected, him to be in, but it was just, he looked really, I know he's tall. He's, I think, a 135er, and he's like 6 foot tall or whatever. He looks crazy, like skinny in the game. It's hilarious, but he kind of is. Next thing was, they talked about obviously the knockout physics, and how they're really focusing on it, which is good. The 360 head movement. So hopefully it's not, you flick your stick over like it has been in every UFC game and EA MMA. The only game that has free head movement is obviously the Fight Night games. So hopefully it's like the Fight Night games, because I want to be able to drop my hands and, do a little bit of head movement, bobbing and weaving and stuff like Anderson Silva, and get knocked out. Next is dynamic grappling, which it showed a little bit of the grappling system's kind of going to be similar with the flicking the sticks, counterclockwise or clockwise, or what the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, counterclockwise or clockwise, and then it's like a quarter movement. That's what I meant to say, or half movement, kind of like it was in UFC games, not the last one, but UFC 3 in 2010 and 2009, where a half movement was like a full transition, and there was a minor transition, which was a quarter movement. Next level submissions. It showed some submissions. It just kind of showed how the new grappling system, and how you can easily flow into new submissions. And there's a lot of new submissions, a lot of submissions from the stand up. There's flying arm bars, there's rear naked chokes, standing rear naked chokes. There's the one that they showed in the last trailer was Sakuraba's kind of Kimura from the stand up position, where he pulled his opponent. He pulled like half guard into a Kimura. So that's going to be good, because if the submission in the ground game is good, I'm almost going to be more of a ground fighter. I kind of want to master the ground game, because everybody can kind of get good at the stand up. Getting good at the stand up's not the hardest thing, but getting really good at the ground game and just mastering the ground game, though, you're going to be unstoppable. We're not sure how the game is yet, but I assume if the game is good, that if you're master the ground game, then you should have no problem with that. So a lot of Oh yeah, the taunts. It showed near the end. Showed Nick Diaz with another personalized taunt of his. Hopefully, Nick. I haven't seen it yet. I don't think, but Nick Diaz hopefully will be in the game. I know with the suspension and all that, I don't know if that will hurt his chances of being in the game at all. Maybe they'll put him in later on, but if he's not in the game, that's going to be disappointing. You need both Diaz brothers. You need them. So hopefully he'll be in the game. I don't know. I'm kind of worried, considering he's probably would be my most used fighter as long as the game is good. And I already talked about the mystery fighter. So that's about it. It looks good. We're looking good. A lot of, not so much emphasis on the cuts this time. Showed a little piece with Alexander Gustafsson getting hit. It showed some damage there, but this time it was more about showing all the new features of the stand-up, the ground game, and the submissions. So hopefully we'll be getting some, I don't know what else trailer-wise they can release. Probably some fighters to start releasing the roster like they did last year, the full roster. So hopefully that comes sooner than later. And till next time, Westside MMA out.